9 on your side first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Erin Christiansen.
Sort of a strange evening here for southern Arizona. Our wind very eerily is picking up strength after dark, and just typically the opposite happens. We give you a live look outside on our sky cam. I know it's kind of tough to see because it is dark out there, but those trees are really swaying quite a bit. Look at what this wind blew into town earlier today. That hazy view of the mountains, almost tough to see the mountains at times today. I got to tell you, my first thought this morning when I got up and looked outside and saw this gunk, oh no, we have a massive wildfire and this is smoke. That's what I was thinking. Not the case, though. I knew the wind wasn't strong enough to kick up this kind of haze, at least not here in Arizona just yet. But that's because this haze was coming from somewhere else. And I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Back to the maps we take you now. Because of that dust in the air, though, Pima County Department of Environmental Quality has issued an air quality alert for elevated levels of dust and sand and dirt, basically just some particulates that are in the air, which are making it difficult for people who have compromised lungs to even breathe. So say you have asthma, say you suffer from valley fever, maybe you're a member of the elderly and you already have some difficulties breathing. The last thing you want to do is go for an early morning jog outside tomorrow. Okay, so please just kind of keep that in mind here as we make our way through the windiest time span of this event. Right now, the wind gusts to our east in the 20 to 25 mile per hour range, but the arrows here are showing the direction that they're moving to. So the wind from the east moving to the west, generally speaking. And it's that shift of winds today that brought in a lot of dust and dirt from New Mexico. We're now finally starting to see some of those wind gusts picking up here from Oracle to Sierra Vista. 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts, pretty close to 30 here in Douglas and Wilcox. But that wind that was blowing in from southern New Mexico just picked up a lot of loose dirt and sand, pushed it our direction. And earlier in the day, the wind in Tucson wasn't very strong, so it was being carried in by the strong gusts, hit sort of that the area here without the wind, and it just collapsed right to the ground. So it just sort of settled in over southern Arizona. So what we really need is some strong winds to kick it out. And that is just what's on the way tonight. 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts yet through tomorrow morning. Through 11 o'clock, we're expecting gusts to top out close to 40 miles per hour in the Tucson metro area. Those 40 mile per hour gusts now in Bisbee Douglas, pretty close to 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts for Benson, Sierra Vista, Wilcox. So the strongest wind has yet to arrive. Just keep that in mind as our red flag warning does go through tomorrow afternoon. So over the next 24 hours, really what you want to do is avoid driving any high profile vehicles. Maybe we have some folks out there who drive, buses, if at all possible. Try to avoid doing that, or semi trucks on the interstate. That's probably not a good idea here tonight. Secure those outdoor objects. Even the patio furniture might get tossed around quite a bit here this evening. And of course, be overly cautious with any open flame. We do not need any wildfires here in southern Arizona. 63 degrees overnight with mostly clear skies aside from that blowing dust, but 89 degrees for Tucson tomorrow, and that warm and windy day will continue. Here's that 7-day forecast for you. Gusting winds tomorrow, but that will taper off by late afternoon and into the evening. Temperatures staying around 90 degrees through the weekend.
Boy, the dust has been affecting me today.
Yeah, the wind, the dust, you name it.
Thank you.
Well, as we move